Haha! Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, out on another exploration, and I'm in another park, on part of our parks theme. I'm joined by the lovely Julia. Hello, Julia. And today, as a special guest, we have the lovely Lara. Hello, Lara.
Hello, Richard.
Now, Lara, you live in Bognor, don't you?
I do live in Bognor.
We should say we're in Bognor. Where are we?
Bognor.
Oh, yeah.
Bognor Regis.
Bognor Regis. And we've come as part of our park series to have a look at this park behind us. Which park are we on?
We are at Hotham Park.
Hotham Park. It's a bit noisy. There's lots of traffic around here, so I suggest we go back through the gates and have an exploration there.
Sounds
Yeah?
good. Yeah.
Come on in. Aha, here is the map, which is always useful to have a map of the park. So we're looking at another town park, and this one, Bognor Regis, has the Regis estate, so it's been endorsed, as it were, by the
Royals.
King George, was it? One of the Georges?
Yes, George.
And so it's got a sort of grand status. The one we saw in a previous one was Queen Adelaide, who she was sort of a queen, but not a...
She was a queen consort, wasn't
Yeah,
she? Sort
yeah.
of thing.
So what are we, looking at the map, what do we expect to find in Hotham Park, Lara?
Hotham Park has got a grand house that was built in 1792 by Sir Richard Hotham, which was later inherited by William Fletcher.
Okay.
And during the war it then got taken by the army, and now the council owns it and has developed it. Throughout the park there's a bandstand, boating lake, there's conservation areas, and as of 2016 they've put some wooden features based on Alice in Wonderland.
So it's sort of sculpture type
Yeah,
things.
sculptures. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So lots to look forward to in this park. Shall we go and have a little wander around and see what we can see?
Sounds great.
It's a lovely day, which is, I can see the bandstands up there. Shall we start there?
Bandstand's over there, yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah.
So, Lara, you know you mentioned William Fletcher.
Yes.
I'm sure I've read that he's the one that created the Woodland Garden.
Yes, I believe that's correct. And his wife also planted a cork oak tree back on their wedding day from a seed that she had taken from Goodwood.
Oh, wow.
And it still stands today.
Cool.
Wow.
Any chance of us finding it?
I think I know which one it is. I can't be 100% sure, but we'll definitely visit if we find it.
Lovely jubbly.
Oh, well, that's rather disgusting.
Yep.
Can you imagine it?
I can't understand how people can do this.
So we just popped into the bandstand and strewn, that's the word, all over the place. Cups.
Plastic cups, bottles, cans, you name it, it's here.
Yeah, disgusting really, isn't it? And this is in the 21st century.
By all means, come out, enjoy these lovely spaces, but take your rubbish home with you.
Yeah.
Put it in bins.
We will put it in the bin for them on this occasion. Lara, the bandstand.
Yes.
Beautiful looking thing made out of wooden poles. How long has it been here?
I believe it's been here since the house was built and since the grounds were opened. It was used very regularly by the owners of the house.
Right, well, I was going to say, you can imagine the Victorians all lining up in their deck chairs watching the bands like they used to do, the old brass bands and that sort of thing.
It's funny you say that. They still do events here and they still have live music events in the park.
Well, that's brilliant, isn't it?
It'd be a shame not to, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Really? I mean, it's lovely.
Fantastic.
So, Lara, you mentioned a cork oak.
Yes, I believe this is the cork oak that was planted by William Fletcher's wife, who was one of the residences, and she picked the seed up on their wedding night from the Goodwood estate.
Wow.
Oh, wow, that's lovely. Yeah, nice story.
And here it is.
Yeah, it's good to see it because it's rare.
Yeah.
Well, you don't see many cork oak trees in a park these days.
Nope, you don't.
Oh wow! Huh. One of the unique things about Hotham Park are these rather beautiful wooden sculptures, but I'm just trying to work out who it is.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
This. Let me introduce you to Alice.
Alice who?
Alice as in Wonderland.
Oh, not Alice Cooper.
No, not
No.
Alice Cooper, as in Lewis Carroll.
Oh yes, how beautiful! But hey, wait, she's quite bigger than I imagined her to be.
She must have had her potion already.
What, the drink me?
The drink me potion.
Ah, yeah. So Lara,
Yes.
what's the story?
So there's multiple Alice in Wonderland statues around the park.
Right.
And I think there's 4 or 5 of them, and they were commissioned by the Parks Heritage Trust, and these ones were put in 2016.
Well, I have to say, they're absolutely fantastic.
They are wonderful.
Off with his head!
So, parks, very important spaces, clearly, because they're being used by lots of people. What have we sort of come to our conclusion so far on our journey around parks, Julia?
Well, parks are certainly an important refuge for flora and fauna, the wildlife.
And it's interesting here, actually, you say that. I mean, apart from, the dogs and people walking, bringing their own wildlife, as it were.
There is a lot of wildlife.
There's a lot, isn't there? We've seen some, not rooks, crows,
obviously pigeons,
squirrels,
and rats.
and rats. We've
Wild
actually
rats.
seen some rats. You don't like rats, do you?
Not a massive fan
No.
of them, no.
That's not really an advertisement for coming to the park generally,
There's
but
nothing
these.
wrong with rats. They are
No.
a healthy part of the ecology, so...
They're harmless.
So, wildlife is a refuge here. I also think, actually, human beings.
I was going to say it's a refuge for us humans too,
Because people don't go to the church like they used to.
No, they don't go to church, and I think you mentioned earlier that people don't go to pubs anymore either.
Pubs
they're
are
all
closing.
closing down.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this is like the social space that's left in a town, and so it has that important thing, especially when it's a nice day and you can bring the family and everybody. You can have rides on the train and all of that.
You can glean inspiration for your artworks.
Exactly. And I think, that's interesting because back in the day when the Georgians first started perambulating around the parks, they would dress up in all their finery, and then the lesser well-off would emulate them. But now people dress down.
Just down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an interesting.
It's a casual social space now, whereas it used to be very high class, well dressed. Everybody's trying to compete with each other, so it's definitely flipped its ways.
Well, we've taken refuge in the rose garden, and what a beautiful rose garden it is. What do you think, Lara?
It's absolutely stunning.
Gorgeous,
Yeah.
isn't it? I know the sun has attacked some of them, but we love roses.
Yep.
We love all flowers.
Beautiful.
So that wraps it up for this one, but going to be looking at a few more parks, hopefully. So don't forget to follow, like and subscribe, become a patron, support what we do. Thank you, Lara, though, for taking us around this wonderful park.
Thank you for having me, Richard.
I've
and
never
Julia.
never been here before. Have you ever been here before?
No. I'm really pleased to have been here today.
Yes, and there's more bits and pieces obviously to look at, the boating lake, a train and various other bits and pieces, but that's all we've got time for. So
Sadly.
we're going to just put our feet up and smell the roses. Till next time, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. What do they smell like?